Started.
So read Priyal this question. 41.
Michael want to paste wallpaper on the wall of his restaurant. Okay. The wall is 5 meter 40 centimeter long and 3 meter 90 centimeter high. To achieve a neat appearance, he decided to completely cover the wall using a square wallpaper pieces of the largest possible size. What is the minimum number of each square wallpaper pieces required to cover the entire wall?
Tell Priyal the demand.
The wall is 5 meter 40 centimeter long, okay, and 3 meter 90 centimeter high. So he has to cover per piece of square uh, to for the complete wall. So the questioner is asking how many minimum number of each square wallpaper we have to.
Yes. Completely cover the wall basically. There is a catch. We have to completely cover the wall. So guys, first of all, you know what? In these types of question, what we need the total area. So wall means what? Rectangle. Wall means what? Rectangle. So what is the rectangle area? Length into
Into
breadth.
breadth
So here, what is the length basically? 5 meter 40
40 centimeter.
centimeter. So it means
Right.
540 centimeter. Then breadth 3 meter 90 centimeter. So 390
3900.
centimeter.
Right.
Okay. Now, but the question is saying that to achieve a near appearance, he decided to completely cover the wall using square wallpaper, which is the largest possible size. So, guys, I told you when there is asking about largest possible size, so what we have to do, we have to find out the HCF of this number. So 540 and 390.
390.
We have to find out the HCF, guys. So, guys, tell the HCF.
Manish, will
5.
not convert 5 meter into the centimeter.
Who is Priyal?
It has given a 5 meters 40 centimeter.
So I have converted na 540 and 390.
Acha.
So now we have to take the HCF. So here, tell the HCF, guys. 2,
3,
2 is 4 and 70. And here
5, 1, 9, 5,
now it will be divided by 5.
5, 5, 5, 3, 9,
Right?
5.
Then other number is what? 390. So what will be the? Now tell the HCF. 2, 2, 3, 3, 5, 5. So
13.
2, 2, 3, 30 is the 30 is the HCF. It means that 30 sides we have to put, and that is a square. And what is the area of square? Side square. It means 30 into 30. So this number actually we have to solve now. So if we will solve this number, so what we will get? 54 into 390 and 9 basically. So 9 6 is 54. Now you multiply by 39 into 6. Guys, multiply 6
39
into
into
39.
6 is the
Yes,
18.
39 into
6.
6.
54.
2, 3, 4.
234. 234.
This is the answer. This is the answer. So guys,
Manish, why you divide by 9, 10 no ones?
why divided by 9?
54 into 39 upon 9 you did, right?
So Priyal, I solved this na.
Acha, you
30 into
get 9.
30. I took the HCF at 30 na, and the question is saying is square. So side is square. Square means what? Side is square. 30 to 30. Now we have to cut it. We have to find this one only.
9 came here. And
Hmm.
then you did 54 into 39 upon 9.
Hmm.
Okay.
This is what.
Okay, good.
Guys, you know what? Our target should be what? To understand the question first. If you don't understand the question, you cannot bring the answer. Let me tell you. Hmm. Read this question, Bhagya.
In class 5, there are three sections A, B, C, which consists of 65, 52, 91 students respectively. A picnic is planned in such a way that only the students of same section are allowed in one tent. Also, the number
Hmm.
of students in each tent are same. What is the minimum number of tents that should be arranged to meet the given conditions?
Hmm. Tell Bhagya demand. Tell the demand now. What is the demand?
Also, the number of students. The minimum number. We have to.
What is the meaning? Also, the number of students in each tent are same.
So same HCF or same LCM should be same HCF should be there, right, Manish? The
Minimum number,
minimum number
Bhavya.
should be HCF of the three, right, Manish?
See,
Small.
these are the three kind of students basically,
Hmm.
and we have to arrange the tent so that each kind of a student should be in one tent only, and there should be an equal number. So it means what? We have to find the factor of this number. Yes, and factor means what?
LCM.
EHCF.
HCF.
So here we have to find the EHCF of this number, guys. This number actually, so that we will get the size actually. So the EHCF of this number, do you know what will be? 13. What? 13.
Hmm.
Because 13 is common among all them. See, now 13 is the size, guys. 13 is the size, but we have to find out the minimum number of tens. So now divide by the number. So 13 5 ja 65, 13 4 ja 52, 13 7 ja 91. Now add this number.
9
Guys,
plus 7, 16, Manish.
this is the answer. Very easy. So guys, first understand the demand. If there is a LCM or a CF, you don't understand this thing, you cannot answer this question.
Minimum number means LCM, na? When it is asked maximum number, then we will use HCF. Like earlier question, it is given a largest.
Priyal, don't run after the language. You run out of the concept. What concept is saying? Concept is saying that these are the kind of students. Now they had to be arranged in such manner that they should not be an extra, and each student should be in the same tent. It means the sense is factor here. You have to take the sense, Priyal, not the language. Otherwise you will get confused. You have to take the sense actually here. Sense is about what factor here. Factor means what? Highest common factor. HCF. And when they talk about multiple kind of things, then they have to go in the LCM. So these are two things that you have to understand to get the answer basically. Otherwise, you can get trapped actually.
Multiple means LCM.
Hmm. Hmm. This is what. Read this question, Priyal.
If A and B are positive integer divisible by 7,
Hmm.
which of the following is not necessarily true?
Hmm. See, now tell Bhagya what is the
Divisibility
demand?
rule of 7 we will use here.
Bhagya is
Bhavya?
there.
We have to tell now, Manish,
Bhagya, are
following
you busy somewhere?
sentence. I'm here only. I'm reading, Manish.
So why are you not responding for a long time? Guys, be participative for 30 minutes. I'm telling you. I can ask a question anytime to anybody. So be careful while I'm teaching. I'm telling you. Tell the demand now.
We have see condition has given. We have to check the answers here.
So tell me the condition.
A and B positive integers and these are divisible by 7.
Hmm.
So we have to check the options which are not satisfied.
Hmm.
B satisfied.
So see now. Let me tell you guys. I will not check these options. I will just mark the answer this.
Hmm.
Because you know what? Means this is not true actually. Do you know why? Let me tell you why. Because all factor of a number, all factor of a number will be divisible by those factor of all the number actually. You guys are not understood, no? Let me tell you. See, 7. 7 is the number. And what is the factor of 7? 1 and 7.
7.
So what number 7 will divide? So those all number will be divided by 1 and 7 also. So this is factor. But if I say कि 14 is multiple of 7, here 14 is a multiple of 7. So what number 14 will divide? It does not mean that 7 will also divide that number. For example, let's see. What number 7 will divide? It does not mean that 14 will also be divided. For example, 21. 21 7 will divide, 14 will not divide. So what question saying here? 7, these number are divided by 7, so they should be divisible by 14 also. Not necessary, true. Not understood, na? Now I will tell
Understood.
you with program. Now listen, these all number are divisible by 7. They have given the question. Now a minus b, it means 14 minus 7 equal to 7 divided by 7. See, divided, it means first is right. Now check second. A square minus b square divided by 7 square. A square means 49 square, 49. B square means 196. So 196 and 49 actually. So if you will minus it, yes.
147.
Now divided by 49. So here 3. Yes. So this is also divided. Second is also correct. Now let's talk about third one. 21. So a plus b means 14 plus 7. It is 21. Divided by 14. See, not divided. So see, I told you that things earlier with my logic. Now I have proved those things. Yes. So guys, you know what? This is just a second class question. Second class question. It's actually. Yes.
Manish wrote it in a comprehension also at last. One.
Read this question. Bhagya.
The difference between two numbers is 2867, one dividing the larger number by the smaller. We get 13 as quotient and 11 as remainder. What is the sum of the digits of smaller number?
Tell PL the demand. What question is saying?
Three, six, 13 as a question. There are two numbers A and B. The difference is 2867. Imagine if A is larger than B. By dividing A by the B, we get 13 as a quotient and 11 as a remainder. So it's simply the question is asking the sum of the digit of the
Of the
smaller,
smaller
which is
number.
B.
Smaller number. It means there must be two number, and we have to find the smaller number. So if you want to get the sum of the digit of the smaller number, so first we have to get the smaller number. Tell Bhagya, what approach will you follow to answer this question? Tell. What approach will
Two
you follow? Tell.
different numbers. See, Manish, here some of the digits they have asked, right?
See here, you cannot take the help of the option
Yeah.
because options are closed here. But this is the easy one.
Difference between two numbers.
See guys, one thing I have heard, you know what? In one thing I have heard from my 5th class, this formula: dividend equal to
Quotient into divisor
divisor
plus
into
remainder.
quotient
What divisor into
plus
Plus
quotient?
remainder.
remainder.
Here
Whole plus
dividend
remainder, right?
divisor into quotient plus remainder. So here dividend will be what? The number. But there are two numbers. So let's say smaller number is A and the larger number is 2867. Then divisor A. Quotient is given, I think, 13. Remainder is given 11. Now solve it. So 13A
plus
and
2.
1. So we will keep 12A equal to. So here 12A equal to.
2867.
So if you will solve it, guys, you will get how much? 12 2 ja to 24 and 4 5. So 12 3 ja 36 and 9 12 8 ja. Yeah, 2 3 8 I got. Now question is saying sum of the digit. So tell the answer. 8 3 11 to
11,
13.
13.
This is the answer. See. So guys, here this basic thing which I have heard in my 5th class, I have used here basically. So guys, UPSC will not go in advance. Let me tell you, they just they just want that you should know some basic thing of the math because you're going to become an IAS. Yes, that is what I'm telling. Read Priya this question 45.
There are two positive integers a and b such that it is a prime number. A is a prime number and b is a composite number. Determine which of the following option is true.
Hmm.
Prime
Tell
number.
Bhagya, what is the demand here?
We have to take now two numbers example and we have to solve like conditions we can check here.
Hmm. So see guys, this number UPSC is favorite, prime number and composite number because they have asked 3 to 4 times till now actually. Yes. So guys, you know what? Here option are easy because you know what can't be there. Can't means you know what? Only one condition if I prove that can be right. Whenever guys you get the word can, it means only one condition I need to prove. So the question is saying a minus b cannot be an odd integer. So my duty will be what? I will prove at least one time odd. So this statement will be wrong actually. So let's prove. Why is there problem actually? Let's see guys. If I take see because a is prime. So let's say 2, 3, 5, 7. And b is what? Composite. So let's say 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Now if I take a equal to 5 and b equal to 4, then 1 I got, and 1 is a odd integer, but it's saying cannot be odd integer. It means it is wrong. I told you not only if I will prove only one time, so that will be wrong actually.
Should be even, right?
No, it can be.
Cannot
Can
be.
be both.
Can be both.
Can be.
Hmm. Now see, second, a square b cannot be an odd integer. Why cannot be? See, 3 square because 3 is odd number. Then b, I take 9. Suppose that. So here 9 into 9. So
81.
see, 81. I got no integer. It's saying cannot be. Wrong. I told like only one condition I have to prove here. It is very easy question. A
3
plus b,
plus 6.
a plus b divided by a plus b divided by a cannot be an even integer. Why cannot be? It can be. For example, a I'm taking 2 and b I'm taking let's say 10. Then 2. So 12 into 2. 6 I got. This is even. So it can also be. This means
Then
none of
also
these are
be.
correct. So guys, these questions just demanding what basic understanding actually. First, you understand that there are can. Can means कि only one possibility we need to prove here. Yes. Read Bhagya this question.
Two statements S1 and S2 are given below, followed by question. S1, A and B are prime numbers. S2, B more than 11. Question. Is
Hmm.
A into B plus 2 an odd number where A and B are distinct integers? Which one of the following is correct in respect of?
Yeah. See guys, this is again data sufficiency question. And in data sufficiency question, I told you one thing, guys. What? कि first understand the question carefully. This is catch here. Question is saying is this number an odd integer? A into B plus T, B plus 2. So I have to prove the answer is a yes or no. Yes or no. So my duty will be to prove a answer yes or no, guys. And the answer should be indefinite, not a dilemma. So let's guys here. So see here, A and B are prime number. So let's say prime number 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. Okay. And now by this statement, let's analyze this statement. A, suppose that A I take 2, then B I take 3 plus 2. So here 5 into 2, this is 10.
45. It can be
This
an
is
odd
10.
number.
So it is saying odd number, but if there is an even number, so statement 1 is not sufficient to answer the question.
Manish, if you take
Hmm.
A as 3 and B as
Hmm.
13,
Hmm.
then you can get an odd number here.
So Priyal, it should be true in all cases. I told you na, it should be definite. It
Is
should be true in all cases. Question is not saying can be odd number. Question is
acha,
saying is an odd
is
number. It means definite.
definite.
So in
Okay.
all cases, it should be actually. Yes. Hmm. So let's analyze second. B is greater than 11. So let's say 13. So here if I take A2, then 13 plus 11. So what I will get?
24,
Yeah,
48.
48. This is also even. So it means it can be both, guys, odd and even. But I want a definite answer. It means data is not sufficient.
Manish,
So
see
B will be the
here
answer.
B more than 11. Why you have taken 11?
Hmm?
B should be more than 11.
B should be more than.
11.
So take na. B should be more than 11. So take a, take a 13. So 13 to what? 15. 15
15.
to 30. See? So this is even number na. Question saying odd number.
Okay.
It means here I have to prove this statement wrong actually. Because they are saying it is odd number. So it should be in all the cases odd number. All the cases, guys. Here the question was in can. So only one condition I need to prove. But here all the conditions should satisfy, guys. This is the catch, guys. Understand the logic, guys, first. Otherwise, the question will be very difficult. Read this question, Priyal. 47.
Hmm. Two statement S1 and S2 are given below. S1, x is divisible by 6, x is divisible by 8. Even is positive integer, x is divisible by 12.
There is my crush. 6.
X,
Because
12,
be-
18.
because in 6 there are 2 and 3.
Even number, Manish.
Yeah.
Okay.
So question is saying that by these two statement can I prove that is a positive number x divisible by 12 है. So guys, we already know that what is the divisibility of 12 है. That number should be divisible by 4 and 3.
3.
If a number is divisible by both 4 and 3, only then that number will be divided by 12, guys. So now I need to find out these two factor 4 and 3. So let's
Hmm.
analyze this one by one. X is divisible by 6. So 6 has 2 and
3.
3. So 3 I got, but 4 I not got because here is only 2. So by statement 1 alone, I cannot bring the answer.
Yes, very good.
Yes. Now x is divisible by
Divisible by
8.
8.
So here in 8 it means 4 is already there.
Hmm.
It
3
means
is
कि
right there.
Last
4 is there. But what about 3? So
Hmm.
alone statement 2 is also not sufficient. But if I merge both, it means they are sufficient to answer the question. Because here is 3 and here is 4. You guys have not understood, na? Now I will tell
Understood.
you traditional method. See, x is divisible by 6. 6, 12, 18, 24, let's say. Right? Then x is divisible by 8. So guys, this is the statement number 1. Right? Now, now let's see. 12 is dividing all the number, but 12 is not dividing 18. It means कि 11 statement was not sufficient. Now let's see statement 2. X is divisible by 8. It means कि 8 multiple 8, 16, 24, 32. Now let's see 12 is dividing 16. No, it means that this statement alone is also not sufficient. Now we will merge both. So now tell me what is the common here? 24 and 24. And 12 is dividing both. It means both are sufficient to answer the question. This is how to bring the manual answer. Otherwise, my approach is just that. Hmm. Guys, have you understood?
Hmm.
yes, Manish.
Hmm. See, guys, data sufficiency question UPSC has favorite. Let me tell you, we have to get command over there. Otherwise, C sir will be difficult to crack. Read this question, Bhagya.
Two statements S1 and S2 are given below, followed by a question. S1 a
Hmm.
plus b whole square less than a minus b whole square. Is b less
Hmm.
than a is equal to b and a not equal to 0.
Hmm. And is AB positive? Tell PL what is the demand?
See, Manish, there are two statements where it told na, it asked the question, is AB positive? And they have given the statement, we have to prove
Hmm.
which one
So
is
guys,
correct.
when there is a word AB, is. So I told you the answer can be both.
Yes,
Yes
Yes
or
or
Manish.
no.
no?
But I want a definite answer. Let me tell you. I want definite answer. So okay. So guys, see when you are checking na data sufficiency na, so when you are taking
Manish,
the option. Yes, tell.
see, if it is there na in statement one, there are square. The square
Hmm.
will always be positive na. Either you take any. So statement one will be sufficient then like
But
this.
there is a real negative also, na.
But
So
negative,
so
it
we
will
can't
come.
say
It
like
will
that.
get squared na. Whole square is there, right?
Real the square is in a minus b form, not a square minus b square form.
Okay.
Hmm. The thing which you are saying that's not applicable here. You have to open here. So guys, when you are considering statement one, so forget about statement two. Yes, because you know what people do mistake. People in initial stage they merge both statement, so they get confused. Which is sufficient alone. So guys, you first justify one by one, and when they are not able to justify individually, then merge both. Otherwise, guys, people get trapped in this types of question. Let me tell you. Hmm. So now I will check first statement one. A plus b square. It means कि a square plus b square plus 2ab. Then a square plus b square minus 2ab. So they will be cancelled and it will be 4ab less than 0. It means कि ab like that. So tell me, is ab positive here? Because ab is less than 0. Tell Bhagya.
AB less than 0, no. Then
So here it is.
wrong.
No, no, no.
That is
Oh,
not sufficient.
no, no. Sufficient, poor girl.
How
Is
much?
ab positive? So ab is not positive.
AB is
I
not
told you ना कि
wrong, na?
age means what है कि answer can be both yes or
Yes or
no.
no? Okay.
Hmm. So I got answer ना कि AB is not positive. If I'm saying that कि Bhagya is not going office today, so answer can be both. Is or yes कि Bhagya is going yes, not no. So that is what is AB
So,
positive. So just means I see at least I am getting na. But yes, there should be no two answer. कि yes and no both should not be at the same time. They, only then you know what data is not sufficient. But here definite answer is there. कि AB is negative because AB is less than 0. So it means कि statement 1 alone is sufficient. Now let's justify statement 2. Tell what you're saying. Hello.
nothing, Manish, nothing, nothing.
Now see second. A equal to B. A equal to B. So let's say guys, if I take A equal to minus 1 and B equal to again minus 1. So they both are equal. Now if I will multiply, so they will become 1. So it is a positive. Now let's change the number. Let's say I'm taking A equal to 1 and B equal to 1. Now if I will multiply both, again I'm getting 1. So it means in both cases A is positive. It means this alone is also sufficient. The answer will be either statement sufficient to answer the question. Because I'm getting the unique answer in both situations individually. Yes, there is a catch, guys. See, guys, in these types of questions, you know what? I will take a separate lecture for that because I think you guys have like a picture, like a clear picture regarding these types of questions. Data
If type
sufficiency,
of
I think.
question where is is given.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. So I will take separate lecture, guys. Don't worry right now. Hmm. This question. Read Priyal. 52.
On a high school trip, there are 60 students. From
Hmm.
the science group, 36 students from the commerce group, and 24 from the arts group. We have to
Hmm.
find the minimum number of buses required if each bus must carry an equal number of students,
Hmm.
and only students from one group can be seated in a bus.
Yes. Tell Priyal.
Same as the other one.
Here, what you will take? LCM or SCF? Tell.
HCF. HCF. Uh,
Why? Why SCF?
because you told na LCM we will only where is a multiple, then only we will take
Hmm.
LCM. Here
So,
we are
so
dividing it students.
means here we have to find out the factor because
Hmm.
question is saying find the minimum number of buses required. It means size of the bus. So size of the means what? Here factor we have to find all the number. So yes. So guys, tell me the HCF of these number 60, 36, and 24. What will the HCF?
Wait, we will take out. No?
HCF.
Uh, 3, 2, 5.
What
Many
Priyal?
3, 2, and 5. Oh, 5.
Not 5. Okay, 3, 2. That's
3, 2,
6.
2, 2,
2.
and 2, 2, 2. Then 3, 3, 3. 12 is SCF, right? 12.
Hmm.
12 is SCF. Guys, you know what?
2,
Whatever
3.
SCF you are getting, na, whatever SCF you are getting, na, that number should divide all these number. Otherwise, that cannot be SCF. So 12 is the SCF, guys. So this is the size of the bus, guys. It means that 12 people can be seated in the bus. Now, how many bus are required for the picnic? So 60 students, it means 12 5 ja 60. Then 30 students, it means 12 3 ja 36. 12 2 ja 24. So count it.
8, 9, 10.
Answer will be 10.
Hmm.
See, guys, very easy, guys. Just understand the what we have to take LCM or SCF. See, again, we have got this. See, guys, data science UPSC favorite. I'm telling you, they will ask the question. Read this question, Bhagya.
Question is given
53.
below followed by two statements on and two. Question. Is n HCF of two numbers x and y? Statement 1. N
Hmm.
divides x and y. 2n
Hmm.
divides x by 2 and y by 4.
Hmm. Tell Bhagya demand here. Tell. What question is saying here? Here, this.
Here asking na two numbers of HCF is n.
Yes. This is quick. It means again easy. It means answer can be both yes and
No.
no, but definite
Hmm.
answer. Yes. So now let's analysis one by one statements. So first statement is saying n divide x and y. Guys, let's say I'm taking a x equal to 4 and y equal to x equal to 4 and y equal to 8. Just for hypothetical, I'm telling. And the 2 is dividing both number. So now tell me, is it 2 HCF of these 4 and 8?
Is 2 HCF of is 4 and 8.
4 and 8?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Highest no. 4 is there, Panish.
I repeat, is it 2 HCF of 4 and 8?
4 is there.
Yes,
No.
Manish. Why?
So
4,
it means it
4
is not
is there.
sufficient
Hmm.
because it is a factor, but not a highest
Highest
common factor.
factor.
Highest
Yes.
common.
So guys, there is a trap actually. Not a people will say, okay, it is a dividing. It will be SCF. No, guys. Division does not equal to SCF. SCF means highest. Yes, guys. There is the catch actually. Beautiful question actually. Now let's talk about statement two. 2n divides x minus 2 and y minus 4. So x minus 2, it means x equal to 4 by 2. So it will be 2. And by minus 4, it means 8 minus 4 again 2. So now 2n. 2n means what? 2.
Hmm.
So now guys tell, is it 2? Is it 2? Yes, you have 2 and 2?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So it means a statement 2 alone is sufficient. Guys, these were the catch actually. Because you know what, guys, here people will confuse. If a number is dividing that number, that does not mean that it is a SCF, guys. Because SCF means highest common factor. Means that number should be highest. But 2 is not highest in that case. In first case. Yes, guys. But in this case, it is the highest. Because the number cannot be greater than 2 here. So there is a I told you guys the questions are not difficult, guys. But enjoy the journey. That is what actually. See again, data sufficiency. Beautiful question, actually. Read, Priyal.
The two statements S1 and S2 are given below, followed by a question. Sum of
Hmm.
S1 is the sum of the digit of the number is even. Okay, the
Hmm.
number when multiplied by 2 proceeds as an even number. And the
Produce
question
an
is if
even number. Hmm.
produce an even number. Is the
Hmm.
two-digit number odd?
Hmm. So, Priyal, this is the question. Guys, let me tell you one thing more
Yes
here.
or no, right?
In data sufficiency question, always focus on the first question. What question is it? Don't first focus on the statement. You forget it. First focus here. What question is the two-digit number odd? It means whatever two-digit number I will get, let's say 24. So this is odd or even. I will prove that. So okay. Now read the statement one, guys. Tell what question saying.
Some
Sum of the digit
some of
of the
the
number is even. So guys, let's say this is a 24. So now tell the sum of the digit 6.
6
So 6 is even or odd?
even.
Even.
even, right? But now, guys, if I will take 33, then what is the sum?
6.
6. So tell me, 24 is
6.
even and 33 is
Odd.
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 It means कि both in case possible. It means it is not possible in statement 1 because we are getting two answers. Guys, if we add any two digit, the result will always be even. And if we add any to some digit, or any two even digit, the result will always be even. So it means here definite answer I'm not getting by statement 1 alone. It means
What
question
about
only is not
Manish?
sufficient.
34?
34.
Hmm.
So this is what?
7.
7.
Hmm.
So here I got what? Odd number,
Odd. Hmm.
right? But
Hmm.
Priyal, it should be true in all cases, na?
Yes or
You
no,
are
right?
getting in one cases. Now I am telling you that should be proved in all the cases, guys. When the question is saying is, guys, not can, is, it means it should be proved in all the cases. But here you are getting odd, but here you are getting add, means even. So that cannot be sufficient. Now
Hmm.
read the statement second.
The number when multiplied by 2 produces an even number.
So let's say, guys, this is a, let's say, guys, this is 11.
Multiplied by
11 is what?
odd.
Odd or even?
22.
Odd.
Odd.
So tell me what is the
Multiplied by
result?
2, even.
22.
Even. And now let's say this is a
4.
even. Now multiply by 2, you will get. So
Oh,
it
an
means
even
I'm
number.
getting the same result, but number are different. It means this is also not sufficient. It means both are not sufficient. Actually, guys, see, guys, you can
Manish,
write
here,
somewhere.
see, both
Hmm.
sufficient are
14.
combinedly not sufficient.
Combinedly not sufficient. Yes,
Okay.
both
Combine
individually as well as combining.
individually combinedly. Okay, okay.
Both not sufficient. Yes, individually also and combinedly also. Because you know why? There's one catch. If you multiply, if you multiply any number with 2, the result will always be even number, guys. Whether it is odd number or even number. If you multiply any odd number or even number by 2, so the result will always be even number. So we cannot say that that is odd or even number, guys. That's why the result is like that. We cannot decide. Yes. Read this question, Bhagya.
If
We
3
did this
less than
question
or
only.
equal to x less than or equal to 7 and 5 less
Mhm.
than or equal to y less than or equal to 9, then what is the difference between maximum value of x minus y and minimum value of y minus x?
You know what? This is first class question. But you know what? Here, here is somewhat catch here. If you don't understand this question, na, this much, na, you cannot understand. Otherwise, this question is very easy, guys. Very much easy. Let me tell you. See, you know what? Guys, tell me the range of x, guys.
3 to 7.
3 to 7.
3 to 7. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And tell me the range of y.
5 to 9.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Good. I got the range. Now it is easy, guys. Now, guys, we have to find the difference between x and y. It means x minus y different. I have to find out. Okay. Maximum value of x minus y. Now, guys, there is a catch. X minus y. Maximum value. So tell me when x minus y will be maximum.
Mm,
Tell.
x should be maximum and y should be minimum. So x we
Good.
have to take 7, y we have to
7 and y to take 5.
5,
So the result is what? 2.
2.
2.
Now
But
minimum value of
everyone
y
is
minus
coming
x.
2.
Yeah. Minimum value of y minus x means
Y we have to take no 5.
More than x.
5.
5 you have to
5
take
and
minimum.
Mm.
Hmm.
Minus
So 5
3.
and x maximum.
maximum value.
Maximum, that
Hmm.
will be 7.
7. So it is what again 2.
2.
Minus 2 actually, not 2, minus 2.
Mm.
Okay. Now we have to find the difference. So x value
4.
is 2 and minus 2 and minus 2. So it will become 4.
4.
4 is the
4.
answer.
Yes.
See guys, there's nothing actually. Yeah. See. Hmm. See guys, you know what? This kind of question, guys, this kind of question, what? Just for the showcase in museum. I- If something click your mind, then solve. Otherwise, leave it, guys. Because this kind of question, guys, will kill your time. But guys, here I'm getting one thing here. I think They are, you know what? There is apply a Pythagoras theorem. 12 square plus
35
35 square
square,
equals 30
37
square.
square,
So in the same way, 15 square plus 36
36
square will
square.
be how much? 39, something like that. 39 will be the answer, something like that. So guys, I'm telling you guys, these question, guys, if you understood, that is
How,
okay. If not,
Manish? Tell
if
na.
you
Tell na how.
Priyal take the this 15 square, 36 square, you will get the answer, Priyal. I'm telling the way here only. Okay, here Pythagoras theorem is applied. If you take the square of 15, if you take the square of 36, and if you add both numbers, you will get the number, and which will be the equal to the
Square
square
of
of that.
39.
Yeah, this is what actually. So guys, in these types of question, guys, don't waste time. If something clicked in your mind, then use, otherwise leave it, guys, in constant tense only. Yeah, sir. Because this question, guys, kill the time. Yeah, sir. Read Bhagya this question. 57.
87, 57. The
57.
integer n is a divisor of 75 and 105. If 3 less than
Hmm.
n less than 15, which of the following value of n?
Tell Priyal what is the demand here. You tell the demand here and tell how to
See,
solve.
n is the divisor of 75 and 105.
Hmm.
And there is a range of n given between 3 to
Tell me the
15.
range of n, Priyal. Tell me the range of n.
It is from 4, starting from 4, ending
4
at
to
14. 14.
14. Okay.
Mm.
Now this n is dividing both number 15 and
75,
so guys
105.
tell me what is the unit digit of 75? 5 and
5.
here 5. So guys between 4 and 14 there is only one number which can divide both number, that is 5 only. That's really 5. Common sense. Between 4 to 14 there's only one number which can divide both number equally, 75 and 105, that is 5 only. Otherwise there's a none number which can divide completely, guys. So 5 will be the answer. Very easy question. I think they should not ask this question. No, 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 this is not fair. Hmm. Yeah, this question is somewhat actually tough actually. Read this question, Bhagya. Bhagya is there.
A 100-digit number is formed by writing consecutive natural numbers starting from 1 next to each other. Find the remainder of that 100-digit number when divided by 64.
64. Tell PL the demand first, because here the catch.
See, 100-digit number is formed by writing consecutive natural.
Hmm.
We will write the natural number and it will form a 3-digit number. Then we
Three
have to
digit.
find the
Where is 3 digit
3-digit
Priyal?
number we have to form by the natural numbers, it is said.
Where is 3 digit Priyal? Where is 3 digit written?
That is 100 now, Manish.
So
3-digit
Priyal,
number.
100 digit has to be used. Not 100
Oh,
100 number I have to find out. Question is saying 100 digit number I have to use. Basically,
oh.
I was knowing you guys will tell Bhagya, you tell what is the demand?
100-digit number is
Tell. Because there is a catch. Because you know what? Your English should be good here to find the demand of this question.
See,
Otherwise you
here
cannot.
100-digit number is there. We have to find the remainder if it is divided by 64 and it is
It
starting.
means
Last
it
one
means
is
they
100. 100 it will come.
I will kill
Ah,
you.
wait, Manish.
Poor girl.
No, 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 wait.
This is not
See,
the demand.
1.
64 we have to take out first.
Guys, you not understood the demand, yeah, really. I'm sorry. Hmm. I'm giving one more chance, guys.
100-digit number we can write now, Manish. From 1 to like digit
Till
where it
100
will be
digits it
started.
will come.
We can take n
It's
into n plus 1 which is equal to 100. N into n plus 1 by 2 is equal
Bhavya,
to 100. Huh.
but 100-digit, like we are forming a 3-digit number like 999. Like this, we have to form till 100-digit, Manish.
Here they
This
told
you are
Priyal
saying.
from starting 1 the 100-digit number is like going 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
4, 5,
Okay,
6.
leave. Poor girl. This is the number, and that number has 100 digits. This is the question saying.
Mm.
This is the number. This is the number, and that number has 100 digit. I repeat, 100 digit, starting from 1,
1.
then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, till 100 digit. Not 100 number, 100 digit.
100 digit
This is the
only. I
question,
told
guys.
Manish same thing.
So now tell me the approach, guys. Now how will you solve? Now the question is saying find the remainder of that 100 digits when divided by, and now we have to divide by 64. Oh my god. Big program I have to arrange.
If you
Really,
find the
yeah.
last digits, then we can solve, Manish, because 64 factors we can take out. Like this we can do.
2 to the power 4.
See, first, guys, you know what? First, here we have to find out the pattern, guys. So let's find out the pattern, guys. Here. See, guys, question is saying कि we are writing a number from starting from 1, 2, 3,
5.
4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, dot. I don't know till how much, but the digit is 100. So digit means like that, guys. One digit, two digit, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Like that digit they are saying. 100 digit they have used. But I don't know how many digits are there, right? And Bhagya is saying that we have to find out the unit digit. Yes, that is right. But that is not easy to find out the unit digit, guys. That is quite tough, actually. But let me
100
tell you,
will be
guys.
there, na? Last
The
unit.
number is 64.
Hmm.
The number is 64. 64, yeah. Guys, 64 means what? 2 to power
6.
6. It means the last 6 digit should be divisible by 64. Means whatever number I have now, if the last 6 digit is divisible by 64, it means that number is divisible by 64, and then we will find the remainder. So here, first we have to find out what is that last 6 digit. I don't know actually. We have to arrange the bigger program actually. Let's arrange. Guys, here, now use your common sense, guys. Wait, I will change the color. See, from 1 to 9, tell me how many digits are total? 1 to
9.
9?
9. 9.
9 digits. Good. And in 10, how many digits are there?
2.
2.
2.
Then, guys, from 11 to 20, there will be how many digits?
22.
9. 18.
11 to 20, how many digits will be total? Bhagya?
20.
Bhagya, are you there?
18
20.
minus
20.
11 to
20.
20.
Hmm.
20.
20. Then
20.
20 to 30, how many digits? 20.
20.
20.
Then 30 to 40, how many digits?
Repeating.
20.
20.
Yes.
Then 40 to 50, how many digits? 20.
20.
Now, guys, total count, how many digits are there? Total count?
20, 20,
11.
20.
91.
3, 4, 40.
91. Now, 9 digits are still remaining. And now we have reached till 51. So, guys, here, 51, 52, 53, 54,
5.
55. So, see, this is 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 98, 99,
Pranish,
100.
you have missed one.
What?
55.
See, 92, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Yes. So here, this is the 100 now. Now I got the last 6 digit, guys. This is the last 6 digit. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the. Now you guys do one thing. 2, 5, 3 and
5,
5, 4,
4, 5.
5. Divide by 64, guys. With the help of the calculator. Immediately, guys. Divide and tell the remainder. Don't tell the answering point, guys. Tell the remainder. 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5. Divide by 64. Tell the remainder, guys.
2, 5, 3.
2, 5, 3, 4, 5, 4. 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5. Sorry. 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5. 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5 divided by 64 till the remainder.
41.
6 and 4 men.
41, right? So this is the answer.
5,
See?
6 and 4. 64, 40.
So guys, tell, is question difficult or not? Just understand the process, guys. Yes.